Yo, the market just woke up and gold is flying. I'm running over $3,600 on this account. I've never seen anything like this, right? I normally don't even record on a Monday, so I'm having a late start to the day, but the markets actually don't care about that. Now, if you're new, find the channel for the first time, welcome. We trade the NASDAQ over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You know it's up. Don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Remember the weekly analysis that I dropped for everyone on Sunday, which is yesterday. Gold was definitely paying attention to what I was saying, and it has bought off of the level that I was expecting it to. Now, a little shout out to my inner circle, because I know you guys are seeing these beautiful numbers too, right? Let's keep riding this wave together. Now, the big question I know most of you are having right now is, why have I not yet closed the trades when I'm having plus $3,500 in profit, right? That is not anything to scoff at. This move feels absolutely different. This move on gold is so different. The momentum is too strong, as you can see right here, and my price action, everything is just aligning, and my analysis suggests that we could see this rally continuing even further. Now, let's just go onto the chart so I can break down the key levels that I'm looking at. I already shared this with the free signal group on Telegram. If you're not in that group, make sure you check the link in the description below so that you can also benefit from these lovely setups that I drop from time to time. Now, roughly like an hour ago, I had shared in the free signal group, as you can see right over here, that I am expecting this gold chart to move up to the top. Now, you can see that I told them to not complicate anything. This is a simple trend line. If it breaks out of the trend line, you understand that there's a high chance of the market continuing with that movement. So we already have 766 people that have seen this message. So I think they would have taken advantage of that, because you can clearly see that now gold has broken out of this trend line, and it has actually indeed closed outside of it. Let me see if I can confirm that, right? I might just be too fast. Even if I draw the trend line like this, you can see that we have a breakout. Now, in the weekly analysis, I said I'm going to explain to you guys why and how I took this trade. And what's actually really funny is, in the next 10 hours, 30 minutes, I'll wait for this candlestick to close. If it does close the way I want it to close, it's going to shoot up to the top, because this will be that morning star or evening star, morning star setup, right? I always confuse those two things. That's exactly the same setup that I took. That's the same setup that I saw before I actually took this trade. And you can see what had happened is we had a really nice bullish momentum push to the upside, and then gold was kind of like breathing at this level where it had broken out of, right? All of this, I was doing it in real time. Here is the analysis right now. I saw this movement, and when gold got into this area of value, what I did is I dropped onto a lower time frame. I'm not even sure if that was the 30, I think that was the 30-minute time frame, right? Let us just go to the 30-minute time frame. In fact, if I find the clip, I'm actually going to put the real-time trade of when I entered this trade right over there. So I already knew the point that I'm interested in trading gold. That's exactly what you always want to do. You should have an area of value. Now, in that area of value, if you get that analysis on a higher time frame, like I got it on the daily time frame, I can't just enter the trade on the daily time frame with no confirmation, right? For me to have confirmation from this daily time frame chart, I will have to wait for this candlestick to close. Then now I'll have something that's confirmed. I'll have something that makes more sense. So in order for me to get that, I would have had to wait for this candle to close, which was on Thursday. It has tapped into my area of value. Then I would have waited for this candlestick to confirm if the area of value has been rejected. Then I'll now have to wait for this Monday candle to close to see that, yes, the buyers have really stepped in. Now, this is for swing traders. Those are the ones that will really benefit from that. Or if you want a more confirmation, because really, I'll have to take the trade from around this level whenever this candlestick will close and have to ride it up to the top. But if you're a day trader, you want to always drop to the lower time frame to see something that will give you reason to enter the trade, which is what I saw. Now, it was very simple, and it wasn't a really easy trade because, you know, it did have a little bit of drawdown, as you can see here. So what I did is, when the market got into my area of value, what I was looking at was the reason for me to enter the trade. And as you can see, it was right at this spot right now. Look, it was right here. The same setup that I'm talking about, this here. When I saw the reason to enter the trade, which is the same morning star setup that I'm telling you on the daily time frame, I saw it on the 30-minute time frame. I was like, okay, I think I've seen something that I'm familiar with. At this point, I can really enter the trade, and my stop loss was still guided from where I saw the analysis, which was on the daily time frame, right? I was respecting the whole bank zone. You can see I was respecting this whole bank zone real, right? So my stop loss would have been below the bank zone right at that spot, right? So after I saw that, So after I saw that on the 30-minute time frame, I immediately entered the trade here and I dropped the signal in the inner circle. We went into the trade, as you can see, and then it wasn't even here. It was around about this level. So we went into the trade after I saw this formation. I saw this candle, I saw this one, and then I saw this close of this one. Then I entered the trade. We went into a few profits. I mean, we had a few pips, and then the market started to tank down, as you can see here. And then, as you see, it progresses. It formed another one and another one and another one. It was now just playing around at this area. If it had defied, it doesn't mean that it's going to be 100%, right? That's not what I'm aiming for. In the market, I absolutely don't aim for 100% win rate. No, I just want to have more winning trades than losing trades. That's all. So that's what I did here. We had a little bit of drawdown. As you can see, we entered on a Thursday. For like a couple of hours, we had the market drawing down here. We went back to the entry point. Then as you can see, after that, the market just shot up to the top. We had our first take profit of 40 pips, I think, and then 100 pips, the second take profit. And then we just held on to the trade into Friday. This was when we had NFP, if I'm not mistaken, right? This was NFP. As you can see, I actually told the inner circle that we're having NFP in a few minutes. It's going to kind of like drop or even push up to the top. So in this point, you can choose to close some of your trades, hold one, reduce the risk on your account. I actually exited this trade in my prop firm account, right? That made me sit at 94,000 on that 90K account that I'm having. And, you know, on this particular personal account, I just held on to these trades. It came back to my entry point. I was like, I'm going to lose all of my profit again. But I held on to the trade, and then the market closed off, you know, Monday. We woke up, as you can see, this gold just started shooting up to the top. And this is where we are right now. That is a simple analysis that I used. And that is the thought process that I had when I was actually trading this movement on gold. So that's what you actually want to look out for. And even if you had chosen to look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see we have a broader picture here on the 4-hour time frame. This area of resistance is showing you that, you know, we're having the market pushing up to the top like this. It got to this area, it started to range a little bit. It broke out of the range with this movement. So it shows you that this level is a significant zone, right? The market has been rejecting a lot of times at this area. So when the market got into this level, what you would have waited for was to probably see, as soon as it dropped in, you can see this bearish candle that we had. Okay, you wait because it's still bearish. You see the next one is still bearish. You see a bullish one, and then you see these two candles right here. After that, you see a bullish engulfing candle. You would have still entered the trade using the 4-hour time frame analysis. You'd have just entered a little later than we did, and you would not have really had a drawdown as much as we did because I took a lower time frame. So that's it. That's exactly how you want to be looking at these charts when you are trading. So I just literally wrote it up to the top. Like right now, as you can see, we're sitting in good profit. So just because we have broken out of this level, I actually want to grow this account to maybe $10,000. I'm not so sure. I don't know how confident I will be to end up holding till that. But then right now we are at $5,000, which is absolutely really good. And we have broken out of this area of value. So I might have to add positions. If I see a good retest, I might add positions. But if I don't, I'll have to exit the trade. And knowing myself, honestly, I don't think I'll hold them for too long. I might end up closing 2 trades here and leaving 2 running because I really don't want to overdo it and then risk giving back the profits that you have made right back to the market, right? So that's it. That's our Monday. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm super excited for this week. We also have really nice trades that are cooking up on the NASDAQ that I'm just looking at also here. But gold has been an absolutely good spot. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. With that, it's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next lit video. Love you guys.